With Queen Tluukt dead, the time for mourning began, and for gnolls this meant one thing and one thing only: razing cities to the ground. Specifically, the capital of Varmar, Trasburana. Some slaves were kept for a special art project the now King Aaryz had in mind: impaling people on the Golden Highway leading to Bulwar, so that all may know that gnollish rule has returned to Bulwar. With this, it was time for King Aaryz's first war, and the target in mind was Irulan once again. King Aaryz was rumored to be a military figure of epic proportions, having 6 military skill. As it turns out, though, while other gnolls were still learning how to use spoons, King Aaryz was formulating a plan to make mechanized demonic contraptions. Demon tanks, he called them. Suffice it to say that in the year 1480, he was just not the right commander for the time, as guns had just been introduced to Canor, and was still mostly unknown to the rest of the world. While his battlefield skills leave much to be desired, the king proved to be an able strategist, as he won the war with Irulan by inciting human slave revolts against the elves. The tales of his conquest in the Battle of Saryend are legendary, surpassing the original defeat of the gnolls at the hand of Jaehaer some 400 years ago. To fuel his notion of mechanized demons, the king instituted a policy of expansion for trade. And in order to increase trade, he needed more goods to be produced, to which he had plenty of slaves to do so. Thus, the future of Tluukt looked bright. Welcome back, everyone, to the campaign in which the game has graciously gifted us a ruler with 6 military skill, and made him into an absolute turd of a general, with me, Dwarfy. In this episode, we are gonna start off by turning things up to speed 5, because last episode I had said we were gonna start going to war with Jadari. Yeah, eventually. Right now, though, we are facing down quite a big coalition, and I'm getting kind of scared from it. So we are going to attack Saryend first. Notably, the members of this coalition is Dax, Azkrab, Ron. Kheteratans is still missing. However, I may or may not have played a test run earlier where Kheteratans completely wiped me in a war. So now, I'm going to take Miltech early. I've learned my lesson, okay? You can only be cocky for so long. Oh, nice, and they leave the military. Yeah, all works out in the end. So, mainly from this war, we just want a couple things. Well, I pick up an extra merchant here, to which we will send to that. We mostly want control of Azkaban. Has nothing to do with Azkaban, the prison from Harry Potter. Wink, wink. We also have Saryend, the state of Saryend we want to take, and Edis Vusin we would love to take. And I believe that war should be ready to go at, 12? Yeah. So, what I've been doing in the meantime, we can send we're not going to need too many people for this. What we can do in the meantime is that I have built up our cavalry, because I've noticed there's a very interesting mercenary group I'd like to take advantage of. There's actually quite a few. There's the Harvey mercenaries, the Gnollish ones, and the independent Krah. These two give shock damage, which is great for the early game. These guys just move fast. They're annoying to kill. And I think, should Kheteratans attack us, we will be going to war with... Should Kheteratans attack us, we will be going to war with them. No. We will be hiring those mercenaries. No crap. Attacking somebody means you're going to war with them. Really? I didn't know that. Right. Now we're gonna go to war with the... What's his fit? You don't have an army? What? How? What? Where's your army? Whatever, I'll call you in, because why not? We'll go for Monstrous Conquest, because we don't usually ever go for anything else. Why would we? Mostly because it's probably going to be easy to wipe them in a war. Now, this is about the time where, in the last attempt I did at this, Kheterata jumped down our throats. So maybe, you know, if you could, like, go deal with somebody else, like, yeah, Urshmahap, perhaps. That would be cool. While I just have my fun little SimCity empire building. Alright. I happen to know I went for the cavalry to infantry ratio once upon a time. No, that's a really just not a great idea. Go for the combat bonus. It helps. Trust me. Fighting in mountains makes it much more easier. It makes mountains a -3 for any enemy attacking you. Oh, we just watched Azkabar get murked, everybody. Yeah, there it is. I was wondering when it was going to happen. Okay, cool. How about you let me finish up this first, and then I'll come deal with you. Okay. From this war, literally all I want is a couple things. Not a couple. Quite a few things, in fact. This much would be cool. He's got a fairly large army, this Saryend guy, but I have faith. He's going to be stuck in Harpyland for quite some time. Which gives us the ability to quickly siege him down. And hopefully with our Tech 6, we won't get completely mopped the floor with. When we go to war with Kheterata. Right now we're just kind of half going to war with them. And I think it'd be a good idea to start mopping up some little derps here. That'll get us some nice war score. And we can even try our luck there. Nice. Okay, that's the power of Tech 6. There's Edis Vicine. I think this war will be over any second now. Barring a whole crap load of rebels. We got 69%. Nice. And it should be basically over. Oh, nice. There is Kheterata. In a 30k Doomstack. Alright, mercenaries, where you at? Give me the... We'll start with the 12k, since it's not egregiously over our force limit at that point. And we're gonna run away. I know I had just said... somebody posted a comment and they were like, man, that ruler stinks. At least he doesn't know how to run away. Well, turns out he does know how to run away. Running away is his specialty. We're going to take this +3 battle, though. Come on, be stupid enough. Hold on to that fort. Good. Now watch as you get absolutely decimated. Thank goodness. Okay. Just wiped 15k of their troops. And I think we got a 363 at good Aaryz. Yes, I will gladly take that kid and make him my son. Excellent. That actually makes me feel this is not the cursed run. Okay, with all that in mind, let's quickly try to wrap up this Saryend war. I think we just need to win war score from... Thank goodness he's super stacking. We can just watch him die to supply limits, I guess. I guess I'll just go back to the mountains. That's a 38k stack I can fight with a +3 advantage. A +3 advantage is huge. That's basically like mitigating the point of the dice system. Yeah, with those kind of casualties, who needs to actually know how to fight? And Saryend's starting to gain the upper hand. That's kind of annoying. Alright. Well, we've managed to push back Kheterata. we've definitely got the upper hand on him. I have a feeling he's out of manpower. He's just about out. Us, on the other hand, we got manpower for days. In the form of mercenaries and money. We don't actually have manpower. Oh, we do have war exhaustion. Good. Right, give me that back to me, Tluukt. And let's go fishing for Saryend's armies here. I reckon they'll be easy to take out, especially in a grasslands province. Just need to win some battles, since this is a monstrous war CD. Good, good, excellent. 76%, that'll get him out. Oh, I think just a couple. Dang it! I made that mistake in the last recording. I forgot to move it to Salahad Gate. I'm an idiot. I'm not Dwarf Pete if I'm not making the same mistakes episode after episode. Alright, there's 88%. Just get out. I don't want to deal with you right now. I'd rather deal with Kheterata. Good. That gives me quite a bit. I could click a mission here. However, I know what the mission will do, so we'll hold off for that for just a wee bit of a second here. While I spend some mill points. Furthermore, I'm going to roll for a general. 4-3 is not bad. That's bad. That's still bad. We're going to chill for that for the second. Okay. Next up on the agenda. Dealing with Kheterata. I think that's an easy pick off of 8k right there. Ideally, I'd like to take Drolikand, and we can get all of this returned back to our lovely subject here. Who would absolutely love us after this. Good, he's running. Okay, fine. You do you, AI. Let's take off some quick picks then. That's also in the mountains. If Iralam would let us through. No, he won't. Still. P stacks on that fort. That's good for us. He doesn't do anything. That's good for us. Come on, go stack on that fort, like the good kid you are. Yes, yes, okay. We can defend in the mountains. Yes, we can. Good. Excellent. A couple more battles like that and we'll be perfectly fine. Just gotta drain him of manpower. Ooh, he's on tech 7. Thankfully that's the RD tech. That tech's not so useful at the moment. We got some 8k coming in there. You just got rid of Harpulin. Fine. Less war score for me to have to deal with, I guess. We'll go take out those. Send you guys back to make sure we don't have mercenaries coming back on our back line. And then, what do I do about that? Well, let's go take care of the rebels first. It's fine. Got 25k just sitting over there. You can hem them in. Though I'd prefer if they tried to take Salahad Gate. This might be one of the wars where we just... I mean, there's great responsibility comes great action or something. There's great opportunity for us here. I think for sure, though, we have to take this coastal fort. Otherwise, it's going to be an absolute pain for me in the future. Ooh, we can even get... they're fighting on the beaches, are they? Good. A little 8k pick off there. Makes my life a little bit easier. He's still got troops, unfortunately. And would you look at that? Zognu is rebuilt. While no city is built in a day, a mere decade seems the blink of an eye for how fast we have come. Standing in the shattered ruin of the Glebwar Gate a decade past, it seemed a hopeless task to restore a long-abandoned city brawling with squatters and monsters. To be clear, the humans are the monsters here, not the gnolls, of course. And yet, akliz zognu has bloomed into an oasis in every sense, an ancient spiral pipework that delves down to some hidden enclave at the river still faithfully pipes water through the citadel, even after what must have been 1,000 and odd years. It feeds a system of pipe-like flows tucked away in the caves, eaves of the caverns, which themselves feed crystal-clear pools of water scattered throughout the labyrinth twists of the hand-hewn city. The few shafts of sunlight that peek in past the shattered crust of the mountain foster beautiful gardens, planters, and hanging pots filled with topsoil from the fertile land downstream. This little bulwark of the sand shines with ample splendor to suit an empire. Downriver, the modest city of Suruzagnu. I don't actually know where that is. Maybe it's there? I don't know. Has largely dominated the region. It might be one of these, actually. But the reconstruction of akliz du Zognu has outpaced its glory. Just as it flourished, so too blooms the little stone of the Stone Palace, while the traders, diplomats, and sightseers are often most drawn to the now bustling Galiboir's stone-hewn markets. The whole region grows prosperous, into an oasis and an overland route from Bulwar through the Salahad. The ancient dwellings, inhabited on and off for 1,000 years, now play host to shops that hawk exotic goods from the four corners of Halan, their patios draped in tapestries of elven silk that shield the market from the beating sun of the great rift above. The cries of exotic beasts, the smell of 1,000 cuisines welcome weary travelers. Akliz Zognu is the city of the world's desire for the time being. And it gives us some local development cost, which is actually going to be extremely helpful for when we need to develop institutions. Although, as I'm looking at this, this barely offsets anything. Just offsets the mountains and arid. Oh. It gives it supply limit. Huge, because this is like the only mountain province in this entire area that's going to have supply limit. Salahad definitely doesn't have any. And a center of trade, which I'll take. And where did his massive army go? Are they? Yeah, they're hiding on the beach? Okay, that's acceptable. Interesting. I'll tell you what, for sure I'll take your money, if you're so willing to give it to me. I can take all of this land for no repercussion. And I'd also love to have Drolicand as part of my repertoire. And I'll trade you 400 ducats for... Oh, I'm not going to trade 400 ducats for a single... Yeah, we'll go with that. I'll pay less. I'll take 300 ducats in exchange for a 3-development province. And you know what? We might even be able to take into some of his land here. That might be possible. Once I deal with all of the rebels, that is. That seems to be the theme of Tluukt. Rebels upon rebels upon rebels that I have to deal with. That's fine, though. With enough mercenaries, you can defeat any rebel. He says, as more rebels spawn. And as I beat an army without even... Yes. Nice. Okay, let's see if we can stab wipe these guys. Yeah, if only they were in the mountains, otherwise this would be... If they were in the mountains, this would be trivially easy. We'll jump in like so, bring in everybody we got. Oh, come on, man. And they just broke the siege, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Well, for sure, they can't, they're probably not going to be able to build up a force that can break me now. So let's just go back to what we were doing, which is picking off little 10k stacks. Good. They're not rebuilding very well. And I'll take care of all the rebels. Stupid rebel scum. Still got massive amounts of troops, but I think if we can take this, then we're in a great position. So that means he can no longer threaten me from this side again. The whole point of having Salahad Gate is to force him through that direction, because it's very awkward to fight them otherwise. We'll take a 10k stack wipe. Good. We'll also get some more. Another one. Some more rebels. Okay. Clean them up. Ooh. The Initiated, gnolls whose cults were absorbed into the national cult of Hazab, have gathered in Tluukt to offer their aid in our war against the weak. These brutal gnolls are often feared by our foes for their ferocity and cruelty in battle. Dark demonic sigils are painted in dry blood all over their fur, while skulls and leathers of their fallen enemies hang from their armor. The sight of these menacing beasts drives fear even from the hearts of our own warbands. What the... Pardon? Did you just give me... what do I do with that? Yeah, that's a predicament, that one. Oh, nice. Neat. Okay, let's get rid of you guys. And heck, get rid of you. And, you know, just consolidate a little bit more. That is, wow, you don't see that one every day. Only puts us still above the force limit. Let's go take advantage of 44k just randomly popping up out of nowhere. That is absurd. I think we're in an excellent spot for this war now. I mean, who knew? 40k worth of troops just instantly changes the battle. We basically got as much as Kheterata has. That's nuts. That's actually insane. And now we can even... Alright, I think that single-handedly won us the war. Speaking of the war, there goes the tip. With that, I think it is basically a shirt. I'm going to summon the diet. Yeah, you want me to get rid of rebels. Crazy choice. And I have a feeling we're not going to need to raise an army after this. We basically already built one. And all the money we're getting, I think we can scale back on a little bit of the... And we don't have to take all of these crummy provinces. So Desh something. We don't have to take. Desh Wakash, and need that. Yes, that. They'll get me to 79, and I just need to do it from there. And excellent. You want to come back to fight. In a terrible spot, no less. Let's go oblige you. Okay, this is, this has honestly been a bit of a fun war. Who knew? All you had to do was overextend yourself, And then the Khetaratans would die as you magically pulled 44k troops out of nowhere. Let's go on the offensive. And we get money from Everhill. What is going on? Must be because of the generous donation to the Mix Workers Party. Alright, I'm thinking we might... Oh, wow, and we even get more gold. Okay. I'm thinking we might have to... I mean, we got a lot of siege-down territory is the problem. And they don't have enough troops to be able to do anything. Can I walk across that? Oh, neat. Just keep ping-ponging them back and forth. See if we can do anything. There we go. Finally, we got rid of them. And now let's strike for the final blow here. Aw, you want me to take that fort, really? That's annoying. Not as annoying as having 22k gnolls randomly, 44k of gnolls randomly. Oh, he is still as managed. What? Where's he getting these troops? Alright, fine. Get off the boats. You can get stuck there for all I care. I'll fight you. Tooth and claw to be able to win. Yes, good. Get stuck. Okay. Now I think all I gotta do is sit on this province until we take it, which might be a while. You know what? How much can I get away with if I just say, screw the... Will you at least get out? Yes, you would. Okay. And could I get war reps? Okay, you would. Is there anything else I can get from you? Can't take any of that land. I can take Drollacan. I can't take any of that land down there because you'd need me to siege down that fort. Honestly, I'd rather one out now. This just makes life easier. I don't have to fight a massive, huge coalition war. This will just make life easier. I don't want to fight us. I don't want to fight a death war this early on. What I am going to do, though, is start releasing all the nations I said I'd release. I said I wanted to release Drollacan. Yes. And to Drollacan, what I will do is gift that province and that province. Mostly because I don't want to hold on to it. And holy crap, we got a ton of war exhaustion from that war. That was absurd. We can see some land, of course. Next up, I want to release Aaryz. Yes, Aaryz. Okay, they're up next. While I'm at it, let's get some improved relations with these guys. These should be the super loyal cadre of gnolls. I'm also going to... nope, don't have to worry about it. I'm going to raise Saryend, as you do. And next I'm going to release Azkabar. As said early, I want to give them all of these provinces, and a couple more, once I get the ability to do so. And, you know, that only makes people hate me slightly. Slightly. Azkabar, you get all Zanbar, yep. Arclume, and Trasugal. Which leaves me with, I think, only 3 provinces I have to core? Yes, okay, good, fine. The black flag of Saryend flies high over a kingdom of ash. Decadent elves luxuriate in palatial estates, while Bulwari laborers gladly toil in the fields below. Their kings cling bitterly to the past and weep for a glory they are too weak to restore. They are a pale shadow of the glorious kingdoms that once found their heart in the very city they rule from. We will put to the torch their ambitions and liberate them from the agony of their failure. We shall bury their dreams amidst ashes of their own, and it is then that, like the phoenix they so dearly venerate, something new shall rise from their burnt offerings, something ever great. And heck, especially from our war with Kheterata, we shall rise anew. Probably I'm gonna need to completely redo the armies in between episodes here. They are not how I like them. As Saryend falls, the survivors of the siege are horrified to witness a surge of gnolls pouring through the streets, wave after wave of spotted bird masses filling every corner of the once fair city, driving out man and elf alike with cackling howls. Gnolls in numbers not seen in Bulwar for centuries, not only soldiers and slavers. Not just warriors and raiders, but gnolls from every level of society. Traders, tanners, hunters, fishers, the young and the elderly, matrons, and all their litterlings. I like that word a lot. Usually I like to call young kids youngins, or younglings. If you want to go all Star Wars, you can call them the foundlings even, but litterlings is an awesome name. And still more and more gnolls yet. Their shrill laughter fills the streets as they begin scouring the city of its modern sun-elven architecture, tearing bricks and columns from the streets and burning wooden edifices with green flames. The native Bulwari onlookers, trapped in the region by roaming gnoll bands and counting down the hours until their inevitable enslavement, could not help but wail as they witnessed the frenzied destruction, the end of civilization itself, they feared. These wails turned into stunned silence as they watched the spotted horde drag the piled bricks from the city to the hill where Jexus's manor once stood. They swept aside the ashes and there began to erect a great ziggurat, hastily a symbol, yet imposing all the same. A monument to no god or demon, but to gnollkind itself. Contrary to their expectations, the city's survivors were not clapped into chains by the gnolls. Our King Aaryz I let them free to bear testimony to what they had seen, nor did civilization itself end that day. Instead, something old was born anew. The city itself returned to normal soon enough, as merchants from Rehen and further abroad still returned to ply their wares to new buyers, heedless of the city's new management. The damages caused by the gnolls were quickly repaired, and for weeks afterward, gnoll packs continued to surge forth from the Salahad into the city, filling it with new life. They no longer call it Saryend, however. Instead, it has been given a new name, an old name, Raksaklu. Once the capital of the greatest gnoll kingdom of the Age of Monsters is born anew. And with that, it even culture shifts and converts our province for us. Granted, it's already raised, but, small problems. In establishing a vast network of indirect rule over Bulwar, we have acquired all number of tributaries. Maybe it is possible to make tributaries as a type of subject. It says they wanted 6 subjects. I didn't know if that meant it wanted... we could even make them a tributary if we wanted to, if they would count as subjects. We have raised up kings and we have shattered ancient crowns, all in pursuit of our pack's ambition. Yet if we are not judicious, our ever-growing administration will soon threaten to collapse over our heads. To avert this possibility, we must conspire to ensure frequent competition between our subjects and other agents of our administration. Constancy is stagnancy, and a subordinate secure in their position is one who begins to accumulate his own web of loyalties. By making every appointment a grand struggle, and ensuring our subjects are ever threatened by the prospect of replacement, our administration will be defined by loyalty first, ability second. As it should be. And that gives us monthly reform progress, and an extra Diplo relations slot. We could honestly break the alliance with Harbulin at this moment if we wanted to. I think I'm gonna turn off the divert trade from Bulwar, because I like their armies. And it's probably a good idea to get back to work improving with these guys as well. And we have yet more missions to read. However, I am quite tired from that war, so I think I'm going to take a little break, figure out what our next move should be, and I will get back to you in the next episode. As always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.